no stranger to this, but how does it feel to be a Big Ten champion?
Feels great. I'm really proud of this group so far. I think that Nikki said it, but just trying to get better day to day, week to week, and just really the coachability of the group and the commitment to excellence is really there. Really proud of the D tonight for how they stepped up, and I'm proud of the offense for how they played off of each other. So just a really exciting night, and I have to mention Sam Smith and the draw team too. They were phenomenal, and it all starts there and ends there.
Coach, you talk about Sam Smith. I think 14 draw controls today. That's her 5th or 6th straight game with double-digit draw controls. How helpful is it to have someone that good in the circle on your team?
It's very helpful. And I think that I've been pushing Sam. I know how good she is, and just really trying to get her to be the best version of herself every time she steps up to the line. And she's really, again, coachable and has made a real commitment to that excellence from a day-to-day basis.
Coach, Lacrosse night in Chicago, what does that mean to you in the program?
I think it was in the summer, in the fall, Jack Sullivan, who's on our staff, had this idea, and we just kind of got excited about it, like little kids in a candy shop in our office, thinking about what could be when we saw the football stadium and the environment that they were able to create here. We were like, we can do this for lacrosse, and there was a lot of work that went into this from a lot of people, and I'm just like really grateful that people believe in women's sports and people believe in Northwestern lacrosse and showed up for us. And I really hope this is just the beginning and we keep continuing to build off of this.
What was it like for you to be on the sidelines and just see everyone cheering you on?
It was awesome. It was awesome. I just, seeing all the fans come in and, that the west side get completely full, and then all of a sudden, that north side was getting pretty packed too. So just a really special moment for our program, something that I won't forget. But tomorrow it's on to the next, and we have a really big challenge and a great Ohio State team to try to win an outright championship.
Coach, you just mentioned it. You have another matchup in a little less than 48 hours now. How do you kind of channel the momentum from tonight, lacrosse night in Chicago, into Saturday's matchup and then also the postseason and all?
Yeah, I think that we need to just hit the reset button and start preparing for Ohio State. Like I said, they're a really strong team. They're kind of waiting for us. Didn't have a game this week, so they're going to be coming in fresh, and I think it's just a matter of being focused in those moments, and we have a lot of great people on our team, so I expect contributions from a lot of people, and I think there's some people that are fresh that'll be ready to go for Sunday too.
Coach, you talk about keeping the focus. Obviously, the team had a great second quarter, went into the break up 7-3, but then came out in the third quarter and had a 6-0 quarter. What do you attribute that to?
I think, again, like we had our goals for the game, and, we really talked about them every time we were in the timeouts and the breaks. And, honestly, that last play, or the half, I think probably put us in a situation where, okay, we need to continue to have our focus and go out there and do what we need to do to execute. So I think it's just not trying to make too big of a play in one moment and just being steady and level throughout. And that was something that the girls did really well.
Going back to that first quarter, Michigan puts up 3, you guys only put up 1. Rest of the game, it's like you punch them in the mouth, they can't recover. What do you think the main adjustment was? What do you think the main focus was that shifted?
I think just relaxing a little bit. I think in the beginning of the game, we rushed things a bit, and I think just relaxing, and they were very confident when they came in the huddles, and they were like, all right, we just need to relax and finish our shots, and we've worked on that a lot. We know that the Michigan goalie is phenomenal, and so I think once they kind of figured it out and they took really good high quality shots, they were able to finish. So whenever you play, you have to expect to get challenged, and any Big Ten game is going to be a hard game. So from here on out, it's going to be a challenge every time we step on the field, and we have to be ready.
You mentioned Aaron O'Grady forcing saves to start the game. What did that conversation look like after the first quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I think even just in the timeouts, it was like, all right, let's make sure we're taking good shots. There was a few adjustments that we made offensively that Scott made, and then just relaxing and finishing. And they did a great job of that. And I think it was like little by little, just building momentum.
Down 3-0 in the first quarter. Obviously, you guys needed to respond. That's the first time you've been down that early in a while. What do you think enabled the team to come back from that so quickly and to take control of this game?
I think we work on being resilient and steady throughout any circumstances. We play a lot of really talented teams, and Michigan's one of them. And so understanding that they're going to do some stuff, but we're always going to be able to make adjustments, stay positive, and have fun. I think having a lot of belief in the group that we have, down 3 doesn't really mean anything or affect how we play, other than like bringing more energy and maybe a little more focus for the next play.
Have you ever experienced a crowd of this size before, played in front of one like this?
Definitely not. It was electric. I think just there was a moment, like, I don't know if it was second quarter or third quarter, I just looked around and I'm like, holy cow, like this is like women's lacrosse. And I think a lot of us get used to the crowds that we normally get, and here at Northwestern it's really special because we get a lot, but in general the fact that it's growing so much is just really special and something I couldn't have even imagined, especially where I grew up in California. It wasn't very big, so seeing this many people supporting and being enthusiastic, and then having staff and the athletic department here really support our program is very special and awesome.
And then Nikki, right after the game, first thing you do after the trophy ceremony is you sign autographs for a line of young fans. Can you talk about that?
I love lacrosse, and I think that it's given me so much, and so I think being able to, those were some of the kids that I coach like a couple days a week, which is really sweet and special to give back and see how excited they are, and just the fact that they want to show up and they know the names and they know Maddie Taylor and Sammy White and Sam Smith and all these girls who are so talented, and the fact that they're so excited about it is just really rewarding and like gratifying for all the hard work we put in, especially as female athletes. So it's full circle, and it's a lot of why we play and want to inspire the younger generation.
You talked about us knowing some of the names. Obviously, Aaron O'Grady, a big one of those names, one of the better goalkeepers in the country. How were you guys able to attack her and get the scoring going, even when she's one of the most talented players in the country?
Definitely. Last year at Penn also, we matched up against her, so I've played against her before, and I think she's an extremely talented goalkeeper, and we play a lot of great goalkeepers. We have a lot of 3 great goalkeepers on our team. One of them is injured right now. So we're prepared to take good shots, and then also just remembering like good shots will go, and if we keep shooting, we're going to be successful as long as we make adjustments. But a lot of credit to her for her performance tonight.
You, Maddie, and Riley all with big goals. Can you speak to the chemistry between you 3 and the attack unit?
Yeah, I think our attack like really focuses on having a lot of fun, playing off each other, a lot of unselfish play, and I think we feed off of each other's energy and getting fired up, and like you can see so many goals today. The celebrations are just because we're so excited for one another, and everyone in the unit also, like those are the people who might be scoring the goals, but everybody in the unit is doing something to make that goal happen. So just really proud of everybody tonight and in the preparation this week.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I mean, I think we work really hard for it. And it's awesome to see like the results come out of the preparation that we do. But we're definitely not finished yet. There's another game we got on Saturday, so that's super exciting. And then the Big Ten Championship, which will be super fun to play in.
And then, Sammy, earlier today you were named as one of the Tewaaraton nominees, one of the only 25 in the country. What does that mean to you to get that individual honor?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I'm very honored to be in that with such amazing players, one of them being my teammate Maddie, and I think that it's just like a really cool recognition. I mean, it doesn't mean that much. I mean, it's just cool to be recognized for the hard work that I put in. But yeah, I'm just really excited. I mean, it's a team award. I mean, I couldn't do it without the people beside me every single day, so yeah.
3 goals for you or 3 goals for Michigan in the first quarter, and then 3 the rest of the way. What was the key to stepping up defensively?
Yeah, I think they had a lot of possessions in the first quarter. I think we were making really good reps, and we were playing really good defense, and they were just capitalizing on some of them. And once we figured out kind of what they were doing, we were able to kind of like close that gap and just make sure that we were really communicating. I think in the second half, the communication really amped up, which allowed us to be all on the same page and really like on a string with one another.
Keep it.
3,500 fans in the stands today, something like that. Obviously, you used to big crowds here at Northwestern, but what did it mean to you today to see the stands fully packed out?
It was so cool. I literally was walking out at halftime and I was like, this feels like a football game, which was just so cool and such a cool experience. I mean, thanks to everyone, every Northwestern staff that helped put this on and helped promote this, and thanks to all the fans who came out to support us. It really means a lot because women's lacrosse doesn't always get the hype and credit that it deserves. So it was just really cool to have everyone come out, show out, and just bleed purple.